Vauhini Vara makes an impressive literary debut with the Immortal King Rao, a sprawling epic that spans decades and continents. The novel centers on the eponymous character, King Rao, a charismatic entrepreneur whose invention of a revolutionary artificial intelligence system has made him fabulously wealthy and influential. But as we soon learn, King harbors dark secrets that threaten not only his own empire, but also the very fabric of human existence. With sharp prose and keen insight into the intersection of technology, politics, and personal relationships, Vara delivers a captivating read that will leave readers eager for more. The Immortal King Rao opens in the year 2060, as Athena Kavi, King's estranged daughter, receives a mysterious message from her long-dead father. Intrigued, Athena begins to revisit her childhood memories and discovers unsettling revelations about her father's true nature and motivations. As she digs deeper, she realizes that her fate is intimately connected to her father's creation, and sets out to uncover the truth before it's too late. From there, the narrative takes us back in time to India in the early 1950s, where King Rao is born into poverty and obscurity. Despite the odds stacked against him, King rises to become a prominent computer scientist and businessman, eventually founding a startup that revolutionizes the field of artificial intelligence. Along the way, he encounters numerous obstacles, including corrupt politicians, rival companies, and even terrorists bent on using his creations for nefarious purposes. Yet despite these setbacks, King remains convinced that his mission is just and necessary, even if it means sacrificing everything he holds dear. As the story progresses, we see how King's relentless pursuit of success impacts those closest to him, especially his wife and children. We witness the toll that fame and fortune take on their relationships, as well as the ways in which they struggle to maintain their identities amidst the whirlwind of media attention and public scrutiny. Ultimately, the novel raises profound questions about the limits of human ambition and the costs of innovation, forcing us to reckon with the moral implications of our own relationship with technology. One of the strengths of the Immortal King Rao is its nuanced portrayal of its central characters. Although King Rao is initially presented as something of a caricature, the brilliant but flawed genius, he quickly emerges as a fully realized person, complete with doubts, fears, and regrets. His evolution from idealistic dreamer to cynical manipulator is believable and affecting, and Vara handles his transformation with skill and sensitivity. Similarly, Athena, although somewhat enigmatic at times, proves to be a formidable protagonist, capable of navigating treacherous waters with courage and resilience. Her quest for answers about her father's past forces her to confront uncomfortable truths about herself and her place in the world, adding depth and complexity to the narrative. Another strength of the Immortal King Rao is its evocation of place. Whether describing the bustling streets of Bangalore or the sleek offices of Silicon Valley, Vara brings the settings to life with vivid detail and sensory description. She effortlessly conjures images of lush green forests, crowded marketplaces, and gleaming skyscrapers, creating a rich tapestry of visual and cultural references that add texture and authenticity to the story. Even when depicting fantastical worlds, such as the virtual realm created by King's AI system, Vara imbues them with a sense of wonder and possibility that draws the reader in and keeps them engaged. Vara's writing style is clear, concise, and elegant, with a knack for finding just the right turn of phrase to convey emotion or atmosphere. Her use of metaphor and simile is judicious and effective, enhancing the imagery without distracting from the action. She has a talent for crafting memorable scenes and dialogue, and her pacing is expertly calibrated to keep the reader turning pages. Overall, her prose is accessible and engaging, appealing to a wide range of readers regardless of their familiarity with the genre. Perhaps the most striking aspect of the Immortal King Rao is its exploration of big ideas. The novel touches on a number of weighty themes, including the nature of consciousness, the ethics of artificial intelligence, the consequences of unbridled capitalism, and the tension between tradition and modernity. These issues are woven seamlessly into the fabric of the story, providing food for thought without detracting from the forward momentum of the plot. For example, Vara examines the potential risks and benefits of AI in a scene where King meets with a group of researchers working on a project related to cognitive enhancement. One researcher argues that the goal should be to augment human abilities rather than replace them entirely, warning of the danger of creating machines that surpass human capabilities and potentially pose a threat to humanity itself. Another researcher counters that the potential GA-ins of AI outweigh any possible downsides, pointing to applications like medical diagnosis, weather prediction, and traffic management. Throughout the exchange, Vara raises important questions about the proper balance between scientific progress and ethical responsibility, leaving it to the reader to decide where they stand. Similarly, the novel tackles the issue of economic inequality through the lens of King's experiences as a self-made millionaire. Though he starts off with nothing, his brilliance and drive propel him to great heights, allowing him to amass vast fortunes and influence. However, as he ascends the social ladder, he finds himself increasingly disconnected from his roots and the people he left behind. The contrast between his privileged lifestyle and the grinding poverty experienced by many Indians provides a sobering reminder of the stark divide that exists between the haves and have-nots in today's world. By exploring the consequences of extreme wealth disparity, Vara highlights the urgent need for policies and systems that promote equitable distribution and access to resources. Finally, the novel considers the conflict between traditional values and contemporary mores. This theme is exemplified by King's troubled relationship with his family, particularly his mother. A devout Hindu who adheres strictly to religious customs and rituals, she clashes repeatedly with her son over matters ranging from dietary restrictions to marital choices. Through their interactions, Vara underscores the difficulty of reconciling conflicting belief systems and priorities, suggesting that compromise and empathy are essential ingredients for building bridges across cultural divides. All told, The Immortal King Rao is a remarkable achievement, blending incisive social commentary with gripping storytelling to produce a truly immersive reading experience. Its multifaceted characters, atmospheric setting, and thoughtful engagement with pressing issues make it a must-read for anyone interested in the intersection of technology, culture, and politics. With its assured prose, crisp pacing, and intelligent insights, it stands as a testament to Vauhini Vara's talents as a writer and thinker. The Immortal King Rao is a book that I enjoyed immensely, and that I will never forget. It is a book that made me think deeply and feel intensely. It is a book that inspired me and moved me. It is a book that I hope you will read and love as much as I did. The book can be compared and contrasted with other works of literature that deal with similar topics and themes, such as immortality, power, history, and culture. For example, the book can be compared with The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, which is also a story of a young man who goes on a quest to find his destiny and his treasure. Both books are about the journey of self-discovery and self-fulfillment, and the role of fate and choice in shaping one's life. Both books are also influenced by the mystical and spiritual traditions of their respective regions, and they use allegory and symbolism to convey their messages. The book can also be contrasted with The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, which is also a story of a young man who is granted immortality and eternal youth. Both books are about the consequences and the costs of immortality, and the effects of power and corruption on one's soul. Both books are also set in the historical and cultural contexts of their respective periods, and they use satire and irony to criticize their societies. Immortal King Rao is a book that deserves to be read and discussed by a wide and diverse audience. It is a book that will appeal to fans of literary fiction, science fiction, historical fiction, and dystopian fiction. It is a book that will inspire, entertain, and enlighten. It is a book that will challenge, provoke, and transform. It is a book that will stay with you long after you finish reading it. It is a book that will make you think and feel. It is a book that will make you question and wonder. It is a book that will make you hope and dream. Wish you all a happy reading and positive thinking.